What's up, guys? We're here at Alex's house. Most of you know who Alex is, and a lot of you know who Johnny B is.
Yeah.
We're if you can look, wait, where is it? Somewhere back there. I don't know how to reference it, but in this area and then behind this little beam thing, there's a few touch-ups left to do, and we're just waiting for it to dry so that we can
Paint it.
I ruined both of their evenings.
Yeah.
I wrecked both of their nights. He had a hot date, and Josh had, I don't know, something else to do. He's married. Once you're married, I don't know if you want, do you still have hot dates when you're married?
Well, they're warm.
They're warm.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, I didn't mean to wreck their nights, but it happened anyway. So they're here.
Yeah, I had planned to go live tonight, but now, yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, I'm here too because I'm Forrest. I can't leave. He parked behind me, so.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't get away from a monster truck.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen Stephen King movies. They generally chase you down the road. Josh's truck in the middle of the night. And he was driving behind me with no headlights on the other night, too, like a horror movie.
Yeah, I was wondering why people were flashing me.
Wait,
showing. Oh, yeah.
They had like trench coats on. That's just my neighbors. They're just like that. That's old Flashy Pete down the road. Wave, kids. He'll wave back.
I love this neighborhood.
Wait, you want to have Flashy Pete wave goodbye?
Oh, of course.
Okay.
My life is so boring.
It adds some extra spice to the neighborhood.
Exactly. A little pepper. It's a little
Yeah,
pepper.
my lights don't turn on automatically.
So, I'm going to tell them about how you didn't want my pizza but got your own pizza. That's pretty much the
Yeah.
whole story.
That was great.
We ordered pizza and we're like, do you guys want some pizza? And Josh is like, maybe. And then I opened the lid and he inspected it. Didn't look like his kind of pizza because he's a pizza snob. And he's like, nah. And I'm like, well, maybe these guys are healthy. I mean, look at them. They're healthy guys. They don't want pizza because it's unhealthy food. I thought, good for them. I second guess my life. I second guess whether I should be eating pizza or not. And then what do? They go out, walk back in the door with pizza of their own.
Cheaper pizza, too.
Cheaper pizza.
Worse quality.
And bigger pizza.
Three
It was,
large.
Yeah.
Three large. Yeah, you keep that up. Wait till you're my age, guys. You'll be having to roll through the doorway. Anyway. Yeah, so I don't feel bad for them now, and I don't feel bad about my unhealthy choice, because they were way less healthy than me when it came to that.
Hey, everyone who's jumping on. Melissa's, I know.
Melissa's
She's right up there. I'm like, somehow that tripped me out. I'm not used to doing lives here. Hi, Melissa. Did you guys hear her?
Can we hear them all like that? Is that a thing? I've never done this before.
You've never done a lot. Do you hear voices in your head ever?
Oh, all the time. But now
Okay.
it's coming from other places.
I hear voices in my head, and it's Melissa in the middle of the night. Your phone's going off! Why does she have a southern accent when she's mad at me? Gator's got the den again! Close the trailer door! That's you, Mel. I love you!
Yeah. You know what's funny?
Huh.
So Ashley, she's a nurse, right? So she sees a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
And one of her, I don't know what it's called, but let's call it a tick. One of her ticks is she can't help but to accidentally mimic people's accents.
Oh, yeah.
Does she do it to their face?
Yes. So the best example is they must have been like, I don't know, Scottish or Irish. One of the people had like a grandfather or whatever, and they would bring him in, and or something like that. Anyways, and the grandfather had a really thick accent, right? And he said "Merry Christmas" to Ashley in this accent,
Yeah.
and then I told you this.
No, I'm listening.
Okay. So in reply, she says, "Aye, and Merry Christmas to ye."
Wow. And she wasn't meaning to do it? She
No.
just- at least she wasn't like,
No.
It just
the
happened.
doctor says you're about to die, Mr. O'Connell. That's not an endearing trait to have in a nurse.
Right?
That's playfully horrible.
She texted me right after. She's like, "I'm dying."
Oh,
And
my
then
God.
she I don't know, I was like, why? And then she said, "Aye, and Merry Christmas to ye." She texted me that, and
Yeah.
then later she told me the story, which I think is
Hilarious.
so
I
hilarious.
think I like Ashley 10% more now. But was she trying to be endearing, or did she just go to Old English like, he's from another land where they speak in yees? Like, she went to Shakespearean.
I don't know.
Doth thou need thou prognosis, good sir?
He must have been speaking somewhat like that for her to do that, because she
Yeah.
does that with like English accents and like It's usually when it's old people though. And since she sees a lot of old patients, I think it's because however it works, she spends more time with them.
Mm-hmm.
So like she hears them more often, like for longer times because they have more wrong with them or whatever, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. So then her brain just reprograms to like, hey,
Try and comfort them,
embarrass
like, yeah.
yourself.
Maybe it's like a comforting aspect, right? Like if I talk like you, you'll feel better about yourself.
I did that before.
Yeah, man. What?
I embarrassed myself doing that once.
Yeah.
I was working on Canadian Idol, which was like the Canadian version of American Idol. So I had a serious job, and we were driving out of town, and I was with one of the producers, and we were in my car, and we stopped at a small town. And for whatever reason, I went, you know what? You guys have yourselves a good day, or something like that. And he's like, why do you talk like you're from like some weird small town in the States when you're talking to people in small towns? I'm like, I don't know, do I do that? He's like, yeah, you totally do. And I realized, I think I did what Ashley did. You try and empathize with the people by making some cartoon version of what you think they want to hear you sound like.
Because that's what all people want to hear.
But
right?
I had to
Like,
check myself before I wrecked myself. and I think I did. I wrecked my reputation with that producer. He's like, did you just make your voice sound like you're from some other small town? I'm like, no. He's like, yeah, you did. I'm like, ooh.
I know this guy who
I feel bad for her.
I was going to toss something on top of that. This just happened earlier today. I went to go pick up some level 5 primer from this one and only spot that sells it. So as I went in, they're like, hey, hello, my Jamaican brother, where you from? And I'm like, from Canada, believe it or not, you know?
What? A guy said that?
Yeah, it was the guy working
Was it a
there.
white guy?
Of course. Of course. He
No,
had,
it was
silver
not.
hair. He had spiked up silver hair. He was older, so
Oh.
I don't think he dyed it. But he was like, Jamaican man, yeah man. And I'm like, oh, Canada actually, believe it or not. And he felt like so awkward about it after. He gave me $10 off the purchase, so I'm like, okay. You know.
Did you say that's Jamaican me crazy?
I think he had that in his back pocket. He was so
Probably
ready
the way
for
that
it.
he's
He's
not.
like, oh man, I don't see Jamaicans so often, so let me say every joke.
At least he was excited.
There's a black guy with
He's
some
like-
wild dreads. He must be
Exactly.
Jamaican.
He has to be Jamaican.
He eyed you up and down. He thought this guy likes to party.
Exactly. Where's the rum cake? Come on.
You know, so I have to talk about the primer. You said it's level 5 primer?
Yeah,
And
level
that's
5.
really good primer, right?
Oh,
Why
absolutely.
don't they call it Optimus Primer then? They're missing a marketing opportunity. You want to walk into a store like that and you're like,
God
I'm
damn.
like Optimus Primer, and the bucket transforms itself into your ceiling.
And then he like discrepancy is like, Decepticons. Must bring it.
Yeah, eventually your walls and ceiling will come to life and like turn into a robot.
That's the whole plan. That's the whole plan.
It's like it's almost a brand name like
Level
Q-tips.
5?
Yeah.
Yeah, more or less.
But it's like it's commonly known as a level 5.
It sounds like
Yeah.
either like a brownie or Girl Scout or a cult thing.
yeah,
like,
called
think
If
it's
you
like a
stay with
combination
us
of
long
three.
enough, you can reach level 5. You know, what I have to do is stamp this on your arm, etch my name into your... No, like, it's weird. Level 5. If you're really good... Did somebody bring it out with white gloves for you? Were
They
like,
do actually. Actually, they're golden. Golden gloves.
they'll-
Not like golden shower, so yeah, so
And then was he like, the Jamaican guy wants some level
Yeah.
5 primer?
yeah man! Load it up in his truck! Like
Wait, did you hear the voice and everything?
I can't make this up. This is exactly what he did, like verbatim. It was
See, now it's just embarrassing. I don't
Yeah.
even there now, I'm
so
embarrassed.
he's like, I'll give it to you $10 cheaper. I'm like, wicked bro!
Wait, did you do that?
No, I didn't.
That would've
I
been-
thought about it while I was driving. I was like, I should have did that.
Are you telling me the Jamaicans get a $10 discount at that place?
I think it is.
Is
So
that what it is? You should have just rolled with it.
I should have. I'm like, yeah, Jamaican by association. As of now,
Jamaican by association. That sounds like the name of an 80s Rasta band.
it's not bad, right? Like,
Hey, I used to play bass with Jamaican by association. Back 87 to 92. All over the place. Kingston, it was
all
big.
over Kingston, Ontario.
Kingston, Ontario. That's right. You should sound from Kingston, Ontario. Oh, this went playfully racist in a hurry.
Right? Like,
But he meant well. He was just a jovial man.
he is. We'll go with that.
Yeah,
we'll
that's-
go
we'll go
with
with
that.
Hopefully that's what he was doing.
Yeah,
I can't see the comments. Hopefully people are laughing and not like signing off like crazy.
right, we're down to poor people now. Oh, okay. Get off the Jamaicans, Johnny. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
So what I was gonna say is I know a guy who is from here. He has a normal Canadian. Do we have an accent? Do you?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I guess we have an accent to someone. and he decided to try doing country music, and he does like
With like the twangy kind of thing.
yeah, but like he just does like strumming videos and whatever, guitar videos, whatever on Facebook and probably YouTube too.
Mhm.
And then he started singing, and as he introduced his song, he did that like stereotypical, like rugged country voice. He's like, "All right, guys, I'm here about to sing a song about love and my dog." And
Loving
I was,
my dog?
I don't know.
Not loving his
Oh.
dog. No.
It was so
record?
it was so cringy though because
Yeah.
like he sounds like me, and then
Oh,
he was
God.
like he was like just flicked the switch, and I'm like,
Why?
what is this? You
Yeah.
sound like you're from Texas or something.
Yeah, or a mouthful of molasses.
But actual Canadian country singers sound like they're from Tennessee or Texas when they sing them.
Yeah, maybe they're hamming it up too, but like I don't know them, so it's not cringy. This guy I know. He used to have a podcast, and I listened to his podcast, or I was on his podcast, and I listened to his podcast too. And he
What
just
was it called?
sounds like I'm not gonna put him on blast like that.
Just swinging and miss.
Hey, everybody, send Josh a super chat. See how much money you can send him on this thing. He had to buy low-grade pizza tonight for dinner. I felt bad for him. I think he's eating the cardboard later with the cheese stuck to it.
And this is actually water
That's
that
it.
I found in a pond.
Wait, you guys splinged for Tim Hortons pond water?
Oh yeah, it's so good. So much DDT in it.
I heard that they're. I heard that Tim Hortons is opening up in parts of America now too.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, some people said that they have it there. My
Michigan
brother.
had one. No, I'm lying. I just made that up. I'm sorry. Shout out to Michigan.
There are Tim Hortons there, but also an American company Burger King bought Tim Hortons. Whatever umbrella owns Burger King,
Mm.
and then they sold their coffee to McDonald's, and now people who used to like it at Tim Hortons don't like their coffee anymore. I guess they have the Burger King, whatever. And then McDonald's was like jackpot, or McDonald's Canada was like jackpot. Got their coffee. Now they have like their gourmet blend or whatever, which is just Tim Hortons. Whatever.
Yeah. You know what I didn't know? I didn't know London Fog was made out of Earl Grey. I'm just reading that now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
What?
London Fog.
that's one of my favorite teas.
What's
It's
one?
delicious.
Oh, it's a tea?
It's
Yeah.
like half steamed milk or something,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then Earl Grey.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I just kind of.
That's why I'm partly. I would say I'm an Earl Grey man.
Yeah, a gray man.
I'm an Earl Grey man. What tea would you like? Well, actually, you can take that selection away. I'm an Earl
Thanks,
Grey man.
Martha. I have like a
We're
huge-
splitting that though. That's a sly way.
I have a collection of tea, and so I always try new ones, and I wish that I would like remember which one I just had, because some of them are really good.
Oh, you just got another super chat.
Oh, thanks, David Lee.
But they didn't ask you a question. Like super chats, you can ask something special. It's like in a classroom, everybody raised their hands, and you held yours up with a dollar bill in it. The teacher's gonna pick you.
Yeah.
Jimmy, you have the answer. Oh, I like candy. Well, thank you, Jimmy.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Imagine that's how it works.
If in school you had to bribe your teacher to take your question.
Yeah, I mean, wasn't it a thing that we tried to bribe them with apples? Was that ever a thing?
That
Or was that
Okay.
just like a stereotype?
That-
Like, why would they always say, bring the teacher a red apple? Never a green
An apple
Yeah.
a day keeps the.
did you
doctor.
ever have that when you were?
give the teacher an apple?
Yeah.
No. How old do you think I am? No, that's probably like an 1800s thing.
Yeah.
Did you ever, when you rode your wagon to school, Alex, did you ever have to bring a carton of apples with you?
Delphina, thank you. She said, get Johnny some real coffee.
I like the duck piss.
Wait.
My cup, my cup is great. You know, you guys don't like it? I just call it great London Fog. I mean, what I just said.
Wow.
Appreciate it. We're gonna come back with some real stuff. No more duck piss.
Is that what they call it? Oh, you got another super chat. You gotta go back to it.
Oh crap.
I think it was the same one, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was the same one.
No, I don't think
Oh.
so. Was it? Oh, okay.
Oh, someone just. Oh, you good.
There you go. See, look, he's taking time out of his day to read the super chat.
Yeah, he's also getting smudges all over his new
Oh, there we go.
phone screen.
There you go. Yeah,
He's
he's
dirty
gonna.
your fingers are. Can you guys see that?
Oh,
Oh, wait.
Dark Shadow said, pizza. I liked the pizza that we got.
It wasn't that bad.
I like.
you know?
I'm a panago type of guy.
Okay, guys,
Oh,
do you
big
find that
spender.
when somebody calls pizza za, it's somebody who shouldn't be trying to sound cool that's trying to sound cool?
Yes,
I've never
absolutely.
heard that ever.
Okay,
I heard that.
this
My
is the
British
same-
professor,
The same guy,
sedimentologist, he's great.
a professor, that makes sense. He's probably the same guy that also turned his chair around to level with the kids in the class.
Oh no, he
Hey,
never got that far.
guys,
He had,
flip
he
the
had hip
chair around.
surgery, so that never happened.
Maybe he flips his hat and then he unbuttons his shirt, turns his shirt around so everything's
And he
backwards.
rides on a skateboard
I'm
like
really gonna level you.
cowabunga, dude. with
Cowabunga.
A slingshot in his back pocket.
You guys want some
Also,
za?
Bart Simpson is
I was chilling with some za later with my boys. Like, who is this guy?
I've never heard Miss Lynn's vlog. I can see your message. What?
I don't know. I think I got something in my teeth.
Melissa, if you see one that Josh really needs answered, just yell it down. Melissa's upstairs moderating. You know, the same guy, I'm going to predict that your professor was about 45 years old or so.
Oh no, he's born in a different century.
Oh.
Yeah, like
So it was like,
the Precambrian.
And
was
he,
like
said, he said za?
Yeah, he did.
He must have been.
He's like, oh, eating some za. I see. It was like
What kind of teacher was he?
he was a sedimentologist from Britain.
What is that?
So I studied geology back in the day. This was like last year. But anyway, so long story short,
Thanks, David.
sedimentologist-
Hold on one second. I actually have thought of making a metal piece of pizza and a cheeseburger. I will do that someday. Go on.
I don't want to continue anymore because now you're talking to
Yeah,
idiots.
he's a cinnamontologist.
Cinnamon.
Cinnamon-tologist?
That works. We'll go with that.
He wasn't mind
Anyway.
that cinnamon.
Like, look at them layers.
Exactly. Here's a cinnamon, right? He's too into cinnamon buns.
Yo, mini
Oh.
donuts though? Cinnamons and sugar?
Oh, yeah.
I thought you were diabetic.
Word?
Yeah.
When?
You told me that since we met off Tinder.
I'm drinking hot.
Josh lies a lot, though.
Compulsive liar. Yeah. He
Well,
didn't
why
tell
did
his
you-
wife how we actually met. He said it was off a job site. I'm like, nope. I got the text, the original text.
That's that time he told me he lactated when I first met him. I'm like, that's an overshare.
Still
Why would
happens.
you tell somebody that?
Still-
Then you
still
let it go
happens.
for like a year.
Yeah.
And then he's like, I was just kidding about that whole lactating. I'm like, I thought you had problems.
Anyways, go on.
Yeah, so anyways, we had these colloquium things on Friday. So
Okay, what is that?
Well, I'm about to explain it. Maybe let me finish my damn story.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, so every Friday, grad students as well as fourth years doing a thesis project, we'd have a chance to like present our findings for the year so far, right? And to have people actually come out and listen to like our spiels or whatever, they would offer either donuts or they would have pizza. Pizzas were more like special or whatever. Anyways, one of our earlier colloquiums, we had pizza because it was like another meeting.
Okay,
or
what's
whatever.
a colloquium?
It's just a meeting. It's a fancy word for meeting.
Say meeting.
Well, it's not called that. But yeah, we'll go with that.
Okay, go.
Yeah,
go,
meetings.
go.
So we had a meeting and it was pizza, and he came in and he was so stylish. Like, man, he really dressed like an Englishman. You know, like in the cartoons, they have the monocles and everything, and like the short pants and the hats. He had everything but the monocle and the pimp
Oh.
king. I mean, the Britain.
The pimp king.
Yeah, he didn't have that
The
though.
Britain
Did he have the
king?
tweed
Yeah.
jacket with the patches on the
He
shoulder?
did. Like I can't. Like he literally was such a sedimentologist.
Was he smoking a pipe?
No, he
Did he look like
was
a turtle with a cigar hanging out of its mouth?
I wish. That'd be so ethnic. No. No, anyway, so he just walked in one day and yeah, like someone had a hat on. He's like, oh, eating some za, I see. Good. And we just kind of looked like, who is this man? That's what he said.
That's what he said?
Yeah.
And he said
He
good?
never,
Eating some za, I see.
he never says that.
But you, as a young person, you knew what za was, but you knew never to say it.
I thought it was zebra.
Zebra.
I was like,
You didn't know what it was?
I didn't, because I don't know what pepperoni's made out of. And
maybe
it was
za
pepperoni
was
pizza.
like,
So I thought it was like zebra. I was like, is that a thing? Is we eating zebra?
or some sort of zinc cream. You did some za for that rash.
Yeah.
It's zinc-based aluminium.
Right? That's perfect.
Smear it all over.
Ooh, fueled the geology.
This is why I wear the
Percolating
pant shorts,
moist.
because it chafes my lower calves. I have to wear the shorts because otherwise my legs flake off like a reptile.
Oh my god.
You don't see that. There's like little scabs all over the
God.
floor.
Man, no more pepperoni pizza tonight then.
No, it starts off as cheese and you pick up the stuff off the floor and you got your pepperoni.
So, someone here, Norma asked how I met Johnny. What?
Tinder. Yeah.
No, that's
We're
not
not gonna
how.
go with it?
Tinder.
Okay. Never, that's cool. We'll tell the
So,
truth.
so, yeah, we'll tell the truth. So it's actually kind of similar to how I met Alex?
Ours was not Tinder.
No.
It was Plenty of Fish.
I think you're saying like Grinder.
Oh man.
I'm classier than Grinder. I'm not a Grinder sort of guy. Plenty of Fish. Respectable.
Okay, so
Josh was looking for relationships.
no.
But he
So
found one.
Wait, were you looking for an anvil?
Oh,
I was
COVID,
probably dude COVID, son.
Yeah, sorry.
This is not 6 feet, but you know.
You could be considered part of the cohort. You're allowed to know a few people and hang out with them as long as you don't go crazy.
Yeah.
I get tested a lot.
Yeah.
But not for COVID.
I was just gonna say. But I didn't want to say it.
Anyways, so when I was like, how old was I? Must have been like 11 or something.
Last year, okay.
Yeah. A year and a half. Give him credit.
I must have been.
Son is
I must have been
hilarious.
like 11. Yeah. So Johnny B is like 3 years younger than me. So you must have been like 8,
Yeah. Well,
somewhere around there.
10 out of 10 though. Yeah. No. Alright.
I don't even know what that means. Anyways, we used to go to these 2 schools that used to play basketball
Yeah.
at each other's schools,
Mhm.
and anyways, so I was in. Okay, so this is not racist, but this guy is good at basketball.
Is it
Yeah,
racist to
and
say somebody's
curling.
good at a sport?
And curling too.
Well, I mean, I don't want to. So he was 3 years younger than me, but I played against him in basketball in grade school,
Mhm.
and he was 3 grades down. He was so tall and so good at it. Anyways, so I went to the school. Actually, it's really close to here, Winterburn. Wait, do you? It's really far away from this house, actually.
Yeah, that's fun.
Okay. Anyways, there's a school down the way, and there's another school called Westview,
Yeah.
which this guy went to.
Yep.
And we had like I guess not a champion. What do you call it? Like semifinals?
No, it was the finals.
No, because that was the championship.
I think it was finals,
Mm.
if I remember. I mean, it was a year ago. My mind's a little bit foggy.
I'm just trying to imagine Josh playing basketball.
Dude,
Oh,
I
he's
was
really
mad
good.
good. Okay,
Oh my gosh.
when I was in grade 9, I'm gonna tell this story real quick. This is when I first started dating Ashley. So, but she, for whatever, she is different than other girls that I dated
all the
when I
girls
was a
love
kid.
you.
Is that because she had
They
an
all
English
love it.
accent?
Dude, imagine.
She was so different. She said ye and thee.
That would be hilarious. I remember, so in grade 9, I actually never played basketball because the
I beat
the
you so
coach,
badly.
I wanted, we didn't go to the same school then, but just so they know, this guy likes to joke around. Anyways, in grade 9, I quit the basketball team because they didn't let the girls watch. I'm like, hey, if she can't watch, I'm leaving. And then the coach, I don't know if they thought I was bluffing or just didn't care if I quit, but she's like, okay. And then I was like, all right, and I left. And then my brother left, and then some of my friends left, and then there was no team left because all the good players left. And I'd like to think I was one of the good players.
Oh, wow.
But anyways, during the basketball season, though, we still played basketball during PE class. And I remember telling Ashley, she never kissed me at this point. And I was like, okay, if I can get a basket from half court, then you gotta give me a kiss. And she agreed. Got it, no problem. Didn't kiss me.
How many tries?
First try. Dude, I'm mad good. Or I used to be. You know this, dude. Anyways.
I seen you good at sitting on the bench. That's the thing that I remember.
Okay, so anyways, so I get a basket. She didn't kiss me. So then I was like, all right, if I can do it without looking, and I get a basket from half court. And she agrees. So I do it from half court, did it from my left side even.
Left side.
Got it. And then she still didn't. I'm like, okay, I'll do it again, and then you have to. And she was probably thinking, there's no way you're going to get 2 half-court shots without looking. And then I did it again, from the other side, slammed that ball into that net, and she still didn't kiss me.
Wow.
And so you logged into Tinder and met Johnny.
Yep.
End of story.
And
No.
now we're here.
And now we're here. It all ties together.
Dude, I've known Johnny since we were like little kids.
Yeah.
So anyways, another time, just, I I was playing hacky sack, and I was like, if I can do 200 hacks, no, sorry, first it was 100 hacks without dropping it, then she would have to kiss me. She agreed to that, and that was the first time I ever got 100 in one go. Usually, you don't play by yourself, right? You play with other people.
Yeah, but you stunk. You didn't shower that day, so no one played with you, and then you're like, I may as well go for a.
So I got 100 hacks, and she didn't, and this was days later. And I was like, okay, if I get 200 hacks, I did 200, dude. She like had me thinking I was gonna finally be able to kiss her, and then didn't work out. And
well,
she
she's
still
a
did.
tease. She's a tease for how long?
I was her first boyfriend though, so maybe she's just a little.
She
shy.
should have made you do something productive, like if you could really wash my dad's truck, like I mean vacuum it and wash it, then maybe I'll give you. She could have upped the ante.
Exactly.
She could have.
Redo the whole ceiling. Do the whole room as well.
Ashley, if you're watching, dare him to finish your house to give him a kiss.
So at the end of the day, just to finish off that story, is to finish off that kiss was, or to finally get it, I literally just had to ask her. I probably didn't even have to ask her. It didn't have to be like a
formal thing.
like a competition.
Yeah.
Like, okay, if I can run up this wall and do a triple backflip, which I also did.
I think you just
I
totally
didn't.
showing
I
off.
did. I didn't do a triple backflip.
I was in Super Smash Bros, right? With Kirby. Were you Kirby?
I'm like, okay, if I can do
It
it.
was Kirby.
But no, I was at the bus stop. I remember I was going home. I almost missed my bus. Did that, and then I had like the gooniest smile for some reason. I couldn't help it.
That's called love.
That's cute.
That's how you knew.
That was one powerful
I
year.
mean-
a lot happened in a year.
Yeah, it worked
You
out.
bought a house, got a dog, got a shop in the making. It's primed.
Okay,
It's
so
completely
anyways. So to get back to how I met Johnny.
Are you blocking him off?
Yeah,
Is that your barrier?
he keeps interrupting me.
We invited him on your chat. What's he
Okay.
going to sit there and listen to your kissing story for an hour?
Exactly. I'm like, you didn't tell him how we had our first kiss.
He's probably
Maybe he's
gonna
getting
laugh
that
out.
part yet. Way more interesting.
Oh my. Yeah, this is.
He's like, hey Johnny, you're a painter, right? I'm like, yeah. He's like, well, I bet you can't paint this wall. I'm like, well, if I do, you gotta kiss me. Well, I couldn't paint the wall. It was really big.
You know what I realized doing this live feed with Josh? Josh is really serious on his live feeds.
Yeah, he really is.
He doesn't like to be interrupted.
He's clenching his butt right now.
Is that because your cushion stood up a little bit higher? They're sitting on the same chair, the same bench. No, Josh is all business when it comes to live feeds. You only mess around with my videos.
What do you mean?
You jump in the background and do crazy stuff, and you try and burn your finger off in my house. You know, do cool stuff. Look at me, I want attention. Oh, I burnt my finger through to the bone.
And then the next part is like, parkour. And then jumps off the stairs.
I normally don't do the lives with anyone else, so maybe I'm just not used to it.
I'm worried about you succumbing to peer pressure, though. Ashley has a lot more power than she's using right now. You were willing to hacky sack 200 times in a row and do backflips and shoot on incredible basketball.
Yeah, but she never asked me.
Yeah, you were just like, here's
I was
the
like-
three
I was like,
things I
maybe-
know I can do really well that may impress you.
No, I actually didn't. I didn't know that I could make a half-court shot without looking. I was just like, well, may as well try.
Did you even look to see if it went in?
It did go in, yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah, if everyone else who was there watching freaked out.
So who else out there in YouTube thinks that Josh should reenact these amazing feats that he's just told us?
And we should film it right now.
Ashley can moderate 200 hacky sacks in a row without dropping it, and a half-court shot. Is that what it was?
And then didn't you say you
Yeah,
dropped the
looking.
basketball
I never done
from the
this,
three-point
no.
line?
No, I'm not saying you didn't
Twice.
do it. I'm just saying that we have to get Ashley to witness you do it. I think that the world needs to see you do it.
I could probably but at the time
I need to see the
I
process.
played basketball and I played hacky sack a lot.
Oh, wait a minute. How big was this court? Because if you were 8, it was probably a kid size.
No, this was a great time.
We got to
Can
have
you-
modern
When-
rules. You have to have an equivalent size court to the equivalent
No,
size
it was
you are.
like
Like you can't go to a child's court in a school gym and
At
be like,
8'10".
bam, dunk in it, dunk.
no,
I'm
we,
LeBron.
we had
LeBron.
we had a full size gym because we also had
He goes by James, but yeah.
high school kids would play at our gym for the like tournaments and stuff. It was a full size court. But when we met at because our schools played each other at the maybe it was the championships.
I think it was. Because I remember I was point guard. Because I was only like 4'7". Give or take.
Dude, you were tall as hell. I don't
Yeah.
remember how tall I was. You were at least as tall as me, and I'm 3
Oh,
years
maybe
older
less
than you.
than. Yeah, so maybe I was like 4'4", something like that.
Dude, well, whatever. What? Anyways, doesn't matter. Anyways, our teams played together. I was gonna make
Against
this.
each other, yeah.
Yeah, against each other. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's how we met.
You didn't team up? Like one of you had
No, not till after. That was the year after.
We need him to be on our team.
It was like a Karate Kid situation. You're like, he's mean, and then you're all on the same team all of a sudden.
No.
Who's gonna win? We're all winners. Here's your participation ribbon. Off you go. I can't relate. I didn't play basketball, but I've seen a basketball before.
Yeah,
Right.
they're pretty orange.
So that's how our
It's kind of weird.
They're Charlie Brown colored.
Yeah.
Like if you took Charlie Brown's shirt and made a ball out of it, that's pretty much a basketball from what I can tell.
Why did he have that one curl on his hair? Like, what was that?
He probably had alopecia,
Mistake.
like that disease where your hair falls out.
Oh man.
I think he actually had. I think he was just blonde haired.
No.
He had one hair. He had Homer
He had
Simpson
one-
hair.
No, but it was like
yeah,
it was
like
like
premature.
Premature balding.
Sorry, go on, go on.
I'm pretty sure he had like one of those like forehead froze. You know, like
Oh, you had that graduation. I remember that. That was tight. That was tight. It was like a weird perm. It was so confusing.
You know how some people get really bushy eyebrows?
Yeah.
If you go balding, could you comb that back into a comb? Like if you, I'm talking
Imagine.
really long eyebrows, you could just slick it
That's
back.
goals. You didn't give out false hope for these people, man.
Your hair would start like right here, and every time that you'd like have an expression, your whole hairline would move.
like he got angry.
That'd
You
be
got
wild.
angry, all your hair would just shift. Like you're wearing a cat on top of your
Or
head.
got really surprised.
Yeah, well, your hair's gone at that point.
Yeah. I think I saw pictures of my great grandpa, and I think I'm headed that way if I'm not careful. He had a good Scottish. You know how Ashley does the voice?
Mhm.
My eyebrows are trying to do the Scottish accent of the eyebrows. They're trying to get like, ah, bring us some haggis, laddie. So I've got to keep that all. I got to mow that every once in a
Yeah,
while.
keep that all under control.
Well, actually, no. It's okay, but then occasionally I'll have one that just sprouts off. It's like, freedom! And you can hear it escaping. Ah, I'm Scottish and I'm proud! And then Melissa comes up with tweezers. She's like, done.
I thought you were from Zimbabwe.
Thanks, Pat.
Yeah.
The bow
If that
tie
gets
guy,
me a
oh,
$10
wait,
discount
pick
off
that
building supplies, I'll be from Zimbabwe.
Maybe 20.
Are we all originally from Africa anyway? I thought
Probably.
That's what the deal was. What'd you get, the super chat for?
up. It said bow tie guy. Oh wait, he took the night off, so probably you.
Yeah.
You know, I recently put out a vlog where I was wearing a bow tie and a dresser because I went to a wedding, and they're like, oh no, Alex has some influence on Josh or something like that.
Oh my
I like a
god.
bow tie now.
But
That's a word
I-
influence, right?
yeah, I actually if I had the lifestyle where I could dress up all the time, I probably would because I like looking dapper.
anybody has a
Dapper.
lifestyle where they could dress up.
Whoa. Can you explain
No.
to the people what dapper means?
I
I haven't heard of that before.
I get too dirty. Like, look, I barely did anything today, and I got this.
Okay. I'm going to argue that because if you've ever looked at black and white pictures of like coal miners, they're
Yeah.
wearing bow ties.
Yeah. Why?
Like they're in a coal mine and they've got bow ties and like.
But
they're
that was like
practically
their
a tuxedo.
regular dress, right?
And that's also good geology. That's really good geology.
Thanks, James. But that was like their regular dress. They weren't dressing up to go to work. They were getting dressed and going to work.
The bow tie was probably like the it's not going to get tangled in machinery kind of tie. That's probably why they wore it because they're like, I'm going to be working around a lot of equipment today. I better just wear the Windsor knot bow tie or whatever it was.
But-
and look fancy today.
But why? Why did they wear a tie at all?
What's the
kind
point of
of-
work?
What kind of man of any caliber doesn't wear a tie to work?
It's
I
just
don't know.
it's weird. Like blue collar. Why the heck would you wear a tie?
When I
That's
was
why you have
working
collar.
on movie sets, there was a
Wear
guy.
tie. Can't wear a tie without a collar. That's why they call them blue collar workers.
Unless you're a Chippendale dancer. No, I think those guys
I
even
just
have
blew his
collars.
mind. Did you see that? I blew his mind.
Yeah, but you said it backwards.
A blue collar worker?
You can't wear a tie without a collar, but you can't wear a collar without a tie. Would make more sense. in
No,
the
but they
context
wouldn't
you were
wear-
speaking.
They wouldn't wear a white shirt to go do their dirty job, so they'd wear a blue shirt with the tie. Thus
Right.
the
Now my
collar.
mind is blown.
'Cause- sorry, go on. What?
I don't know.
Why-
Something about bow ties.
You know,
I like
this,
bow ties. I made my bow tie out of wood, Purple Heart.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna get back to this.
Thanks, Pat. Just busting. I wore one in my 6th grade photo. Nice.
I'm gonna say what I was gonna say now. this past month, like 20, what day is it? The 22nd? For the past 22 days, I've seen 6 Yorkies. 6.
How many of them had bow ties?
Ours has a bow tie.
That's a trick question.
Does it really?
Yeah, we have a bow tie for our dog somewhere. You know, for fancy occasions.
Huh. So that's 1. 1 for 6. That's pretty good. One has, she's dressing him up as Spider-Man for Halloween. So does that count?
Well, it should be like Chewbacca.
Chewbacca.
How does that count? Spider-Man doesn't wear a bow tie?
He does for prom.
Does he actually?
I don't know. But it sounds like it's a thing. Let's go.
He probably
Yeah,
does
he
because
doesn't
he's a
wear a bow
nerd.
tie. Peter Parker probably.
Peter
wears
Parker,
it.
yeah. Like he's.
Oh, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, that's a bad burn. That's nasty. On your finger?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
that's actually all bad.
That's when that time he tried to kill my whole family and then walk away.
Yeah.
I explain it on my next blog, which will be out around the same time that Alex's next blog will be out.
Yeah, I've got a video coming out probably. Depends on how this all goes today.
It
but-
coincides. Yeah, so anyone who's like hopping on, ooh, it's almost dry.
Oh,
It's
oh,
so
yeah.
close.
only
Probably
been
like
4
another
hours.
maybe 10 minutes. Maybe.
Yeah.
I'll call you back. Alright.
Yeah, we're working on the ceiling here. I thought I was done. Johnny B came and primed it and noticed that where the patchwork was, we had to just do a little more.
A little
Little
turn
more.
to a lot.
But okay,
In
these
terms of
guys-
time.
These gentlemen, okay, first off, if you're in the Edmonton area and Josh is willing to do the job and John, I think, is willing to do the work, that you have to hire these guys because they're perfectionists. Not many people would stick around in your house and wait for, you know, the tiniest little speck with lights and stuff, making sure it's all nice and smooth. So they're doing a wonderful job. But most people, you said most contractors wouldn't go to that kind of effort.
I don't shit on other contractors.
Well,
Does it
that's
all the time.
unfortunate.
Does it all the time.
No, I don't.
You
Oh,
didn't
thanks,
name
Janice.
names.
No,
You're
like,
just saying that in general,
In
don't like
general-
this good enough.
yeah, in general, good enough is good enough for a lot, which is fine most of the time when it comes to like, if you don't, I don't know, like if it was my house and someone was like, let's
Kinda
get
rubs
out of
you the
here.
wrong way, you know?
Like I would hate that,
Yeah.
cause like those two things, likely you wouldn't notice them unless, well,
Unless
It's
you're
kinda
staring
hard
at
to
the
say.
ceiling. Like that's the way I see it.
thanks James again.
You know, like you'll probably like randomly be having a conversation, be like, "Oh, that pumpkin pie was delightful."
Oh,
I know.
Ashley made pumpkin pie out of one of our 52 pumpkins.
Wasn't that a squash? Well, I guess it's technically. A squash.
We had pumpkins and squash.
And you only gave me a squash.
does it
Do you have
taste
any more
different than
pumpkins?
when you buy canned pumpkin filling?
That's hot.
Oh, Alex, I
There's
gave
butternut
you a
squash.
squash, right? And then I gave it to Steve.
Yeah.
Well, because I said I was just gonna bring you another one. Ashley's processed them all to freeze them, so I don't actually have any more left.
You should just went to like Superstore and pick
Hey
one up and lie
Melissa,
about it.
he stole your spaghetti squash and now they don't have any more. So Melissa loves spaghetti squash. You made my wife cry in my own house
On a Thursday.
on a Thursday.
How dare you.
And she has to deal with life tomorrow and be around people with tears in her eyes.
I could bring a pumpkin. We have a lot of those.
Yeah, what did you go grab
What a
one off the
weird
neighbor's
flex.
doorstep?
We have so many pumpkins. Do you even pumpkin? I don't, but thanks for making me regret my life.
Have you ever tried to hollow out a pumpkin with a blender? Like
No.
do you see those, or they have like the blender bar or mixer bar on the mixer, and you're supposed to stick it in the pumpkin and
Wow.
and then it scoops everything out?
That's so morbid. I love
Were
it.
they pie pumpkins? I didn't even know there was such a thing. It was just
Yeah.
whatever pumpkins that we had, we just turned into a pie and it was good. What kind of work are we doing right now? Just some drywall. Well, the drywall has been done, but some
like
painting and
painting.
then painting.
That's why it's
We're
not
having
Dexter's
plastic
Lab in
installed.
here.
Yeah.
It's a plastic party. Bring your own plastic. You're not invited because you didn't bring any. No, you did actually. So you're
Yeah.
invited. Yeah, whatever.
Like
It's
half a
cool.
roll.
Yeah, you can stay.
By the way, I was just lying about how we met. We were gonna do a hilarious story, which we were gonna improv off each other, but it didn't work out. And I just don't want anyone to think that's actually how we met. 'Cause
Tinder?
It was Tinder. I'm sorry, but like that's what happened.
there
bro.
was no Tinder.
He was so lonely.
Also, Tinder
And I
didn't exist
understand.
back then.
It did. That's
When
when
we met?
first came- Yeah,
You did?
in 1999. I'm the founder of Tinder.
You're the first guy.
Yeah, it actually worked out great. So I'm like, okay, let's keep the app going.
But how we actually did meet?
Laugh at little Johnny B. Yes, sir. See,
Doesn't he have the best laugh?
I think
Hey,
we're
laugh.
gonna try and. Well,
How do you laugh
can
on
I
command?
get some motivation?
Knock,
That
knock.
did it. No, play.
There you go.
Actually, that's kind of ironic, but it did. But yeah.
Oh, man.
So wait, you tell me you didn't play basketball?
No, we did play basketball. I
Yeah,
played
well, I
basketball.
played
in school.
basketball too.
Yeah.
But we didn't play against each other because he wasn't that good.
We didn't go to the same school division, so
Yeah.
I would have schooled him.
You
Also,
played against cows and pigs, and you still got dunked on. How? How can you explain that?
Is your name really Josh?
yeah. Actually, no.
It's Joshua.
Technically, it's Joshua.
The truth came out.
And Danger
Just like
is your middle name?
You know what's funny? If you're my friend on Facebook, my middle name is Danger. I actually had a gallery owner tell some of his clients, because I happened to pop in, and then he was like, Josh! And then he's like, hey, tell him what your middle name is.
You have super chat.
Oh, thanks, James. The stove is off. I take it.
Ha.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can you give me
it's
double
off.
check that? There's so much plastic there.
Bro, when I came here, when he started painting, priming, sorry,
Optimus.
you left a freaking ice cream pail on the stove.
That did happen. It wasn't me. I don't carry any of those. I'm lactose intolerant.
I had to move it.
Who thought it wasn't me?
Oh, well, it was someone.
It was a dog. It was a Yorkie.
Anyways, what were we just talking about?
What's
How
your
you
favorite
actually
ice cream
met?
is?
And Dane, sorry, gallery owner is introducing.
Oh,
you.
yeah. So my middle name is Danger on Facebook, and we were friends on Facebook. And he had some clients there, or whatever they were, people, and he told me to tell them how I got, what my middle name was. And then I was like, what? And then he was like, okay. So, and he made up a story. He was just like, he's like, so his middle name is Danger, and he said something to this effect. I'll get it kind of wrong. And this is a true story, by the way. He's like, his middle name is, it's totally a real story. He's like, his middle name is Danger. His mom wanted to give him a unique name because my other brother's name is Jakota, right? So for whatever reason, this guy told these random strangers that my middle name was Danger, and then had a backstory. Somehow he must have just made it up out of thin air. And then somehow he believed it because he also told other people the same story as if I had told him the story, which I never even told him what my middle name was because he never asked, I guess. But we became friends on Facebook. I leave for months, come back, tells the story of how I got my middle name, how my mom wanted to give me an interesting middle name because my other brother has an interesting first name.
So what do you do? Did you correct the whole crowd? Or you just
No, I didn't. I was like, what the hell? I don't know. He also, we were going to do a show in Japan. That didn't work out because of, I can't remember exactly what, but he also had like a thing about that, where maybe actually,
I mean, that sounds interesting. A show in Japan? Like one
Yeah.
of those like crazy
Japan,
ones.
Ontario.
They
Sassy
go like,
Kingston.
oh, okay, gotcha. Just like Jamaican, New York.
Yeah.
Jamaican, New York.
no, it was real though. Like, or
Oh.
it was actually going to happen.
Like Japan.
Yeah, like Japan, the country.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
crazy.
the island. Yeah, I was super stoked. It didn't work out, but it's kind of maybe it's a bit of a
Country?
Because you'd be known forever as Danger Man or something. Or...
imagine he like made up my right, and I don't speak Japanese.
You can learn though. Because you speak Cantonese.
Not
I'm not
even-
saying that they're the same. I'm
Yeah,
not saying that.
They're not even close to the same.
No, but they are languages.
Because they're both Asian languages. Should be
I
pretty
never
close.
said that. I never said that. I said languages. You guys heard me.
Oh boy.
Is Alex your backseat drywaller? He actually used to do drywall.
In the backseat.
I do know how to drywall. Yes, I just really don't like doing it. It's one of my least favorite things to do.
Hence why we're here.
I also don't like doing it. But for some reason, I don't hate it. So I worked at a job that I hated for so long. For 2
Starbucks?
years.
Starbucks? Or was this before?
Dude, it was a styrofoam plant. It was
Wow.
horrible.
Probably bad for the environment too.
And bad for you.
Yeah, they had like a recycling programs though, like where they'd recycle their old stuff to make more styrofoam product. But man, we threw out mad amounts of styrofoam. Crazy. Fun fact, I used to make the texture that we scraped off your ceiling.
Oh.
Snow text?
It's made out of it's made out of styrofoam.
Oh, word.
Styrofoam and gypsum.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So that's why well, we don't have any here, but it's like the old stuff used to be like the popcorn ceiling used to be like hard kernels of
Sorry.
gypsum
Probably
and
asbestos. back in the day.
asbestos, yeah, and then it had glass in it sometimes, and like all sorts of different little things just to make like you ever go in an old house and you see like sparkles on the ceiling?
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
Yeah. No, you've never.
I
seen
don't
that?
have that many friends.
But you're in houses.
Yeah, like I
You
mean,
don't have to be friends with the person to be in their house doing a job.
Oh, yeah. I
I'm,
guess
just,
that's a
I'm surprised
prerequisite.
you've never seen that.
He only
No, I
hires
probably have,
athletes
I
to
just
work
like-
with, and he'll only work with friends.
that too. That too.
They used to put glass on the outside of houses too, like in a stucco. And if you fell
Yeah,
against
yeah,
the wall,
I
you'd
see
be
that.
like, "Oh, why is there half a Coke bottle sticking on your stucco, Grandma?" Well, it's just to catch the light of the sun. That's horrible. Who puts broken glass shards in their stucco? You guys know what I'm talking about. 1940s or 50s houses. They're still out there. I was at a
Yeah.
person's house the other day. I'm like, I can't believe you still have.
That's from the
glass.
40s.
Yeah.
I thought that was like from like a
80s.
bad
70s.
era. Yeah, like 80s.
No, that
What's
was
wrong with
like
the
a,
80s? Great music. Great for hip hop, too.
Terrible building aesthetic.
But great for hip hop.
okay. Maybe it was good for hip hop. It was.
It's like they
terrible
took Art Deco and made it worse, and then also did other crappy stuff to
in the
like
80s.
yeah.
Everything was pastel.
It sucked.
Like light pink. It's like they took. It was like Tim Burton got dipped in pink plastic and started decorating people's houses. You're like, this seems slightly off and frightening, and everything was in like pink and blue, and you'd have pink carpeting,
Oh,
and
God.
you'd have like.
Was it shag carpets, too?
No, it wasn't shag. It was like normal pile carpet, but it would be like light pinks and light blues. I say that our walls are blue, but that's
I was just going to say, I was like, oh, don't look in the back.
this is a coastal blue. It's different
Coastal.
somehow.
There we go.
Yeah, shag carpet. What an awful idea. I actually have shag carpet in my house, but
That's hot.
it's in the I have a fireplace, and then I have one of those. For whatever reason, a hot style for a while was to have diagonal walls.
Oh yeah.
And so I have a random diagonal wall that takes up so much space and serves no purpose except for some weird aesthetic that they must have liked at the time.
Yeah,
And then inside the diagonal wall, when it goes back to like flat or whatever, right? Fireplace, diagonal wall, flat again. There's a cubby, and in the cubby there's shag carpet on the wall. It looks horrible. I don't understand how that was ever good.
Did
But
you sleep in there? Have you ever, like, curled up in that cubby and just taken a nap?
man, I tried to, but it's a little small.
Did you actually?
No.
You should now.
Yeah, just before you get rid of it.
My friend had shag carpeting in
It's
his
probably
basement,
really warm.
and we would play with. Do you ever have like electric race car set like Tyco or AFX or whatever,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
little slot cars?
I
We were playing with those, and it went off the track, and it hit the shag carpeting, and we lost it forever. It's still probably they moved out like 20 years ago. Somebody probably vacuumed up a Tyco car last year because it disappeared into the.
Wait,
shag.
the whole car?
Yeah. It entangled itself
Wait.
deep inside the wheel. We did get it out, but it was deep. We were like, where did it go? Like, we'd apart the carpet. We
Wait, how big are the cars? I thought you
Well, how
meant like
big
those.
is the
they're,
carpet?
like, they're pretty. They're like Hot Wheels sized. It like
Oh.
if
That's
the
a
wheel was
wild
spinning,
shag
it went
carpet.
into the shag and it curled itself into the carpet. Like your car just disappeared in your carpet. It was avocado green. It was an
Huh.
avocado green carpet.
Oh, the carpet.
I'm not gonna
That's
name
gross.
names.
How many is
Should I
that?
tell this? This part of the story is dark. The friend of mine, good friend of mine.
Yeah.
You gonna do your thing?
Oh,
Yeah.
he's got to go to the bathroom. But
Oh, okay.
finish the story, and then we'll
I
jump
drink a
off.
lot of water.
That's healthy. And his upgraded electrolytes. Oh, I guess I'll sit where he was sitting. Oh, it's all warm. Thanks.
That's the cheese that hit me.
Oh, are you burning the house down again?
Nope, I just smiled. Oh.
I was like, are you kidding me? Someone left the stove on again.
Oh man. No, okay, so my friend that had this shag carpeting, I would go over there after school, we would like work on old scooters and bicycles together and stuff, and his dad would help me and they would work on the truck, and his dad took us fishing, and his dad did all this stuff. His dad was a really active guy. He used to come out with us a lot. I'm like, this guy's really cool, help me work on an old motorcycle and stuff like that. Turns out later, the whole time, he had another family. And so this was like his part-time family. I'm like, this guy was really in our lives. Like, he was really there to take us fishing and really there to do all this stuff and really there to tussle your head and all that stuff. And I was like, this guy's a cool dad. He had a whole other family. Like, I'm not going to name names because maybe they don't want the whole world knowing about that. But I was like, what? How?
Wait, did they know?
No, they didn't know.
Oh.
They didn't know until later. This is like years later I found out. He's like, hey, by the way, it turns out my dad had another family. I'm like, are you kidding me? He had another family? So imagine a normal house in a normal neighborhood. He had 2 or 3 classic cars. He had a normal car. How do you hide all that stuff from your other wife? And he had 2 other kids with his other family. How do you
How
hide
did
that?
he split his time?
I think he worked in some industry where he had to travel a fair bit. To
Oh.
work. Like if I had to work here and they're like, you got to go to like the Calgary office and check on things every once in a while. So he would be like, well, I got to go to work for, I work 10 days on, 10 days off or whatever. Well, he was splitting his time with the whole other family. Could you imagine, like, if you were sending like Christmas cards or somebody was like, oh, I'm going to address it to this guy, how would you not know? And we're not talking it was in a different country. It was like the same province that we are, like a short drive from each other.
Wait, was it the same city?
No, it was a different city.
Okay, so at least man, that's...
He had a whole, at first I was like, well, that's shocking. And then I was thinking, how did he do it?
Yeah, how did he do that?
He was like a Superman somehow.
How
I mean, don't go have another family. That's probably frowned upon. But I'm just saying his time management skills.
How did he get found out?
Oh, I guess he came clean with it. Or like one of them found out or something. And
Accidentally called the wife the wrong name.
But
It's not what you think. I actually have another family.
they had like pets and everything. It was like a real family. Like when you have hobbies and you're like, oh, I'm going to finish up that plastic model kit and all that stuff. Like you're like, he's doing stuff like a normal life. I had no idea how the guy did it.
That's insane.
It's nuts.
I came in at the best part of that story.
Yeah.
I only want to ask questions. I just heard the best part.
Yeah.
Huh.
So I was like, this guy was like active. And he'd be like, why don't you come out fishing with us and have a good time? Or why don't you bring that old scooter by? We'll get her running. And I was like, your dad's always there and he's very helpful. And it's not like they were the main family. They were I think the second family.
Really?
So it was nuts anyway. I feel bad.
So I wonder if they were like, if they somehow like were like, wait a minute. Like how?
Like, yeah, you could call your wife the wrong name. Unless he had the same nickname like Pookie or something. Hi Pookie, it's good to see you. Like he called him the same nickname or something, right?
I think my cat has a second family.
Your cat has
She's
probably.
getting thick.
Oh.
She comes at late hours, all throughout the night. Like, we'll be bitch, just like, bro, meow. I'm like, all right. So,
That's crazy. Someone's asking, were the kids of the other family the same age?
They were older. So he had the other family first and then had the second
And
family.
he's like, well, I could do that again.
Somebody said the 2 family thing is kind of cool. No, I don't think so.
It's
Cool's not the
interesting.
right word.
I wouldn't say it's cool. I mean, it's fascinating, like watching an old-timey video of a train crash through a train station and exit out the other wall. You're like, wow, somebody almost died there. That was interesting. It's that kind of interesting. Or like watching somebody get like a tick removed from their ear on YouTube or something. You're like, oh, that's interesting. Shouldn't be watching that, but I am. It's not like I wonder if I could do that. I
Kind of
wonder.
interesting, right? If
Yeah.
you're wondering that, don't try it.
Someone here actually knows someone who has the same situation.
Oh, happened in my family in the 40s. Karen.
Oh.
Oh,
Wow.
there's 2 people. Wow, holy crap, there's a lot of people that's happened.
Yeah, he was married to both of them somehow.
Yeah, how do you do that? So
Well, I think nowadays you probably couldn't because they'd pop up in the court records like, dude, you're already married. You can't.
and you'd be like, what?
It's like,
Dude, shut up!
it's like Halloween, kid.
Dude, she's right there!
One per customer.
Bad.
Yeah, so no, anyway. Oh, my father did something similar. Oh, now we've opened a lot of family wounds.
Yeah, let's close that. This is getting interesting.
But how the hell do you do
Okay.
that?
Let's not.
Someone's gonna explain exactly verbatim how to do it.
It's like, first,
Number
Fine.
one,
be
first
a
family.
dirtbag.
and
second,
number 2, be
find a
prepared to
wife.
lie.
Yeah, like, so how was your work trip?
No, I think bigamy isn't that when they know that there's other wives, like sister wives or whatever. Like they know that they
Yeah.
exist, or polygamy or whatever.
Yeah.
Polygamy? What's
Yeah, maybe.
polygamy?
Yeah, bigamy is I think when
Yeah,
they
yeah.
don't know. Yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah. Why did we leave it on that? I kind of bummed everybody out. I think, but it is kind of like I'm not saying. Trust me, I'm not saying it's a good thing.
Step 1, own a pair of white loafers.
Yeah, I'm.
Wait, what color are your
Check.
shoes?
Yeah.
I don't
What's
know.
next? What's number 2? Let's keep going.
Sister wives. Okay, sister wives is a thing, but brother husbands is not, because it'd just be a bunch of dudes sitting around playing video games ignoring the woman. It couldn't happen. You couldn't do brother husbands. Next on brother husbands. 10
Wait,
guys sitting
you
around.
said you have a PlayStation, right?
I do.
What do you play on it?
There you go. On PlayStation, I have like What's the Western one?
Wait, you have Red Dead Redemption?
Red Dead Redemption, yeah.
Wait, which PlayStation you have?
4.
Okay, when you say PlayStation, I think of like PlayStation.
Oh, yeah.
Or PS2. PS2 is, I grew up with that, but
Yeah,
PlayStation, man, with Spyro, Crash Bandicoot, those are classic games. Driver.
I had to go find Melissa a Nintendo the other day, a Switch.
Yeah,
She
Nintendo's
was-
classic.
she
You got
was-
Super
Wait,
Mario
Nintendo
Party.
Switch isn't classic though.
No, but
like
the characters
Nintendo,
are.
Yeah.
It's still 8-bit sounds and all that stuff. She really wanted it.
Dude.
I stole your spot. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's warm, right? So
It is.
That's my gift to you.
It's about to get warmer. You were in the bathroom when I had to go.
Yeah, you're gonna air that out.
So do you think it's dry?
Um.
He's looking at the part that's done. Yeah, this looks good. I already painted it.
Right. Let me actually take a look.
He's a hardworking man.
Yeah, I sit around and look at YouTube all day.
Yeah.
Spyro was awesome, says Melissa.
Spyro. Is that a hint?
Almost. It's almost dry.
Oh, it's almost dry. Okay. Hopefully it'll be dry soon. Because what time is it?
I don't know.
Yes, 8:17.
8:17.
8:17.
Man, that's crazy. How long
Okay.
it's taking.
Well, I don't know. Well, that was fun.
We gotta close on something more positive though.
What's more positive than sharing your love amongst many families? I have so much love to give. I need many wives. I'm overflowing with love.
I can't believe that happened.
I'm a fire hose of love.
Wow, I'm feeling that one.
I'm a fire hose.
Yeah, that
Put
one.
that on your Tinder profile.
Exactly. Sorry, Josh,
Johnny
I'm still-
B.
I'm reactivating the third.
Tagline, I'm a fire hose of love.
Pain in his eyes. I love it.
Josh is never inviting us on his live feed again.
Ever again. He's like, it's the last time.
Yeah.
I know I said that the last time, but this is the last time for sure.
Okay.
Someone asked me why I'm not. Hold on. Hi. Why are you not heating your house with all the trees you have? Do you need dry wood? You could have bought a wood burning stove and exhaust up your fireplace chimney. Good question, but also beyond all those things, I would also have to have a place to put it, and it would take up a lot of real estate in my, if I put it in my living room, because you need to have like a fire retardant, fireproof surround, and I don't feel like doing that.
A hearth?
A hearth, that's it, a hearth. Yeah,
Never heard of it.
and I don't want to do that.
When you die and you have a lisp, you get put in a hearth and taken to the cemetery. Don't call the hearth on
Now
Grandpa.
we're list shaming people. Is that
Oh,
what
somebody's
we're
like,
doing?
I
We're
will
talking
get
about
that. I'm unsubscribing from Alex's channel now because he makes fun of people with a lisp.
Have you ever? Probably someone will.
Probably. Yeah.
I will. I had a list.
Really?
I've lost
Really?
it though.
You
No.
did? You did have
No,
one?
no.
No.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. It's been a long time.
Also, to finish that thought, I do have a lot of wood I could burn, but it's just I have a fireplace as well, but it's a heat sucker. So once the fire goes out, it just keeps drawing out all the hot air out of your house. So
You could just
I'll
cover it in
remedy that.
plastic.
I'll.
That works. That works.
Josh is trying to give us a kitchen side fireplace.
Hey, that would have been a hot commodity. You would have been like, you could have sold this house for way more. You've been like fireplace in the stove area.
What's with the burn mark all over
Yeah,
the
it's
place?
a hot deal. That's why it's
Oh,
hot.
it's hot.
Yeah. How many more hot things can we say? Hot potatoes.
Potato.
Oh man.
Okay. Oh, hey, Lewis. How's it going? He always comes on every once in a while.
He said, "What's up?"
Yeah.
Does Lewis say "za" when he's asking for pizza?
Oh, that's how we started it off.
Yeah.
Dude, that's how we're
Sediment-ologist.
Yeah, he said, "Yeah, za." See, I knew it.
That's a good call.
I don't know you, Lewis, but you turn your chair around when you're about to level with people slightly younger than you. Like you have something you want to tell them.
Are you a sedimentologist? Ask him that.
Are you a sedimentologist?
It's a different alias.
Just to finish that other thought, someone said not for a wood stove. Well, where I live, code, you do have to have, if for anything that's combustible, you have to have fire retardant.
But what about
whatever around it.
could I put a gas fireplace in with
Yeah.
hardwood?
Yeah.
So
Because
gas
gas.
fireplace is okay. It's behind glass and everything.
Mhm. It's a sealed unit,
So
so
I got a question for you, Josh.
Hmm.
You always say things like codes and code.
yeah.
Are you an informant?
I probably wouldn't be talking about code by saying code if I was.
Maybe he's
or
talking.
maybe you're just bad at your job. That's why they cut you from the benefits.
Can you put an insert in your wood burning fireplace? I could, but it was gonna cost way too much, so I didn't. Yeah.
Are you just leaving it wood burning?
Yeah, well, what I actually plan on doing is I want to put an addition on my house because I have a bachelor pad, only one bedroom, and I don't have any kids. But if I were to have kids, it's weird to put your 4-year-old in the basement. That's the only other place I have bedrooms. So
I put my 15-year-old in mine.
you know what?
Steven has his room down, but we finished it downstairs though. So it's like he has his own. Steven has his own apartment in the basement.
Right.
basically.
And it sounded like you said you put him in a mine.
No, I said I put my 15-year-old in mine.
Yeah, that's
That's part of
different.
it.
He's
Yeah,
old.
part of it.
Like I
Not
think.
in a mine.
I think when you're like
15's not
10 and up, if you want to be in the basement, that makes sense. But if you're 5, the kids get scared of the dark. You know, they get scared of. I remember me and my little brother, when we were little kids, we had our toy room in the basement, and we had like an unfinished basement, like the stairs so you could see through them, you know?
Yeah.
And we used to, I don't know what this was, but we would walk up the stairs and then we would get the heebie-jeebies and we'd freaking start running up there. And we would try to like stop the other person from getting ahead because whoever was going to be behind was the one who's like the hand was going to pop up.
Oh,
And we used to be like, we made up a character that scared the shit out of us. And his name was Sam. And we would always be like, Sam's coming! And oh man, hearts pounding. Oh, I hated it. But I
Probably
always
like Samuel Jackson's voice in your head, like, I got you, mother.
I thought you were gonna say sometimes you'd hide there until Jacoda was walking down the stairs and grab both of his feet. There you go.
No.
That'd be wild.
We just thought some like man was gonna like grab our feet through the stairs and like
That'd be awesome.
There was a movie called The People Under the Stairs, like an old cheesy horror movie.
Were they
okay,
trolls?
they should redo it.
No, they were like abused foster children that lived inside the walls and stuff of this house.
Oh, that's the worst.
Yeah.
Kids are so scary.
Children?
Yes. Like not
Those
actual
two.
ones, but like as like
Like
ghosts and
bros.
shit.
No.
Oh,
Kids don't have to even be ghosts to be scary. They're unpredictable and do stupid things all on their own.
Of course.
sure, but like
I have nieces. They're so wild.
if you like that this is we don't have to talk about this because we're not going to be able to end it on this either. But that child serial killer, that is way creepier than a regular serial killer.
You're talking about Chucky?
That's a doll, dude.
Now,
Oh, yeah, he's cute.
No, he's a real kid.
Oh.
so well that would be creepy, yes. But there's also something to be said about holding a baby that looks cute and then it projectile vomits all over your face. Ah, stop! Stop! It's not a fire hose of love, it's a fire hose of puke, and you're like, no! And that's your own child who you're supposed to love.
The people under the stairs.
Oh, the people under the stairs, yeah. Yeah, that was a fun time. The guy that played, I think, Coach from the TV show Coach, and who did the voice of the dad in The Incredibles, I think was the
I love that
torturous.
voice. Yeah.
Yeah, the guy that was the dad in The Incredibles was like the evil guy in the show. I think. You guys can correct me on that or not, but
We'll just go with it.
Chris is saying if the board behind your fireplace had blue paper on it, then it's blue board and your brother-in-law used the wrong board.
oh, that's paint.
He must.
He thinks we blue boarded my living room. The color we
Okay.
we painted it that color.
But also, who's your brother-in-law?
No, I don't know. Are we related?
Maybe he's talking to someone else.
No, he sees the blue in the
That's so
background.
random.
He sees the blue and he's like, you know when people give you suggestions without knowing the whole story?
Yes, happens all the time.
Yeah.
Very annoying.
He's like, that blue board you used in that living room's the wrong stuff. That's not going to keep the water
No,
out.
And
this
they'll
guy-
insult you too, like you're an idiot.
Chris,
Like,
that was Chris. Chris is actually super decent, so he's probably talking to. This isn't about Alex's. Yeah, I thought.
Okay. We thought you were looking at the paint, Chris, and saying, you blue boarded that living room all
That's
right.
what I thought too. I
Chris
was
is
like,
actually
what?
a really good artist.
But this isn't related to Chris. But in general, people come on and they just start giving
Yes.
you all kinds of wacky opinions.
Yes.
For sure.
Why don't you put a turret with a machine gun on your roof? That's what I'd do if I had your house.
Well, that's actually a cool suggestion because it's unique. But what's
Yes,
annoying
it's
is when someone's
completely
like,
rational.
I would have just painted the walls boring and also did a boring floor and did something else boring. I don't know why you're doing it so interesting.
So what, replace boring with the word white?
White, beige,
Don't be beige.
light gray. I mean, those colors, yeah, that's my thing. Don't be beige.
But if you notice that art galleries are always white or beige.
That's because it makes the art stand
So
out.
what if somebody collects art and they paint their house white? Are they being
Yeah, no,
weird?
that's fine.
Oh,
If
so
you have an aesthetic that you're going for that requires your wall to be white, that's fine. But if you're okay, I have this thing and it infuriates me.
Here we
When
go.
people tell me that I need to do something in my house, or I should have done something for my clients that they didn't ask for. So let's stick with my house for example. They'll be like, "Why did you waste so much time making your hallway closet look super bitchin'?" They use other words, but they're like, I wouldn't have done that because now it's going to be hard to sell or whatever, or like.
no, but you're not
whatever.
planning on selling it.
Yeah, I don't plan on selling it. But my answer to that is like, why do people keep buying stuff they don't intend to keep? Like when people are like, oh, we'll get this for now, and then we'll sell it, and then we'll get that. Well, just get the thing that you want, and then you don't have to worry about living in a place that you don't actually like.
Right, because you might not like your house because you settled, and then you might get hit by a bus, and you never had anything cool.
Sure.
I don't agree with that though. And here's where it gets interesting, because sometimes, just as we're children, as we enter the world, we start crawling, and then we start walking, and then we start running. So you can see that and use that as an example, an
Okay.
analogy.
Not if you have the
for-
Benjamin Button disease. Then you start off as a wrinkly turtle and turn into a young guy.
Yeah, but that's
Okay.
like turtles are tight.
You can
It makes
okay
sense.
if it's for some for whatever reason you have to buy something that you don't
Start with an
want.
apartment.
Then
know?
that's fine. But the thing is that people often aren't doing that. They buy something, live in it, keep it boring, don't add any personal touch to it because they're going to sell it, or just in case they sell it. They're like, well, no one's gonna buy it if I paint the wall purple. Well, just paint the wall purple because
Because you enjoy it.
yeah.
And then when you're ready to sell,
You
take
can
it back
change
to-
those things. 'Cause
Exactly.
when people move into a house, oftentimes they will do some renovation, even if it's not
Definitely.
needed, if it's not pertinent to the structural integrity or anything like that. You can live in most structures and be fine, but if you're not happy in it, what the hell are you living for? Like it's gotta be like
That's
you got
inspirational.
one life, right?
Oh,
And
preach.
when
Not if you
you're
believe in karma. Or not karma.
Reincarnation.
Reincarnation.
Yeah.
Thank you.
even if you believe in reincarnation, because that's made up, you only have one life.
Whoa, hey, I was a puma in another life.
The puma.
For a
Okay,
pastor.
let's
Like a
say
shoe?
let's say that let's say
That's unfortunate.
let's say reincarnation let's say reincarnation is real. Why would you want your life that you're currently living to suck just because you are going to live again? That's stupid. That's a
Well,
waste
they-
of
well-
a waste of life.
No, but they believe that if they suffer now, they'll have a greater life. That's kind of like, most
Okay.
millennials who are like, well, it's not really millennials nowadays, but anyways, it's more like the younger generation who's like, if I suffer now, I go to school, I have all this debt, and I have all these things I'm going through, then when I get to like my 30s, 40s, 50s, I can live a better life because I already went through all the BS.
Sure, there's such a thing as working and paying your dues and stuff, but like there's also such thing as happiness, which is more important than
This is a deep
a lot of things.
conversation.
Like, okay, I know someone in my life, I don't want to say who it is because I don't want to insult them.
It's me. It's okay.
But no, it's not you.
Did you try reincarnation and sit breakfast?
They recently told someone else who I know who didn't like their job and told them to basically said, suck it up. I did my job for 30 years and now I'm finally able to enjoy my life. And like they're 55 years old. Like for 30 years you didn't enjoy your life,
Yeah,
so
that's a
that
long
now that
time.
you're not old, 50's not old,
Older, yeah.
but like that's trash.
Yeah.
Like
But that's a traditional way of thinking.
yeah,
Yeah.
but like you're tricked into thinking that that's what you should do
Yeah, of course.
by people who are enjoying their life because they're rich ass.
I'm gonna go to this factory. I'm gonna move this lever up and down for 40 years and
For
get my
someone
retirement.
else to enjoy their life.
Yeah.
That's
That
trash.
never made sense to me either. Because like they try to sell that anyone that goes to school, right? They're trying to like gear you up, take this 4-year program or 6-year, or 8-year, or 10-year program where that you get this career, do this for 4 years, then you can enjoy your life. But, imagine like
Enjoy your life
you're
now.
64, you're about to retire in 2.5 months and you get hit by a bus.
But even if you live to be 80 or 90 or 100, why would you sacrifice your young years into doing something that you don't like? I understand that there's things that you need to do, But like, you don't have to spend your whole life your whole young life being miserable, because when you're older, you won't be as miserable.
That's true. Your prime years, let's say like 20 to 40, you should do lots of fun. But when you're a child, you should work in a coal mine, or when you're a senior citizen, you should work in a factory. That's what Josh is saying.
Or movie
No,
theater.
Child labor or senior citizen labor. That's where Josh is pointing you to. That's the direction.
That's great.
This is like our presidential debate. Josh is telling you to hire babies to work in a coal mine. You folks gonna vote for that?
They're
You gotta do the
like,
dancing too, though, right?
like you guys are joking, and I get that it's a joke, but it's like, to me, it's so sad. Is sad the right word? When people, like, when you see people, like, they're frustrated every day, they're like, their release is like, not that I find anything wrong with drinking, I personally don't drink, but they're like, finally get to have a beer to escape, which is fine,
Yeah.
but like, that leads, like, I'm happy all the time, and like, I don't drink because of like child traumas and shit, but
Except when you're surly.
but there's like if you need, like, how do I say
An
that?
escape.
Because
that's
I'm not even saying that either.
But
though.
we're like-minded people, probably all three of us. We're
Yeah.
entrepreneurs, want to do something different.
Mhm.
You do like 5 or 6 different things.
Well, you do 100 more interesting things, in my
No. I mean, we all do different things but we're doing things we enjoy,
opinion. Absolutely.
right?
Yeah.
And I think that's probably why we found each other and why we hang out and do stuff, is because we get it. I left my job because I didn't really enjoy. I felt like I was a piece of machinery, like I was working my factory job.
Mhm.
I had what was considered a good job, but I stood on the same square foot in a shopping mall, making sure people went on their lunch breaks nonstop, and I was not inspired at all.
And you got paid good too.
And I got paid good, but it's not about money. At some point, you're like, I'd rather earn like nothing and
Yeah.
have fun.
That's
Oh,
what I'm
sure.
saying. Like
Can okay.
Go,
you
go,
go.
go.
Okay,
You go.
here we go. Here we go. Okay, I'm excited about this because when I was graduating, so I do track and field for people that don't know. People do know, cool. But long story short, it was like I was graduating last year, 2019, and I had the worst indoor season possible, right? So at the same time, I was doing a thesis, and I was talking to the company. I can't say the name. But long story short, they actually had a job offering for me, and I'm coming from university. I have no money at all. My ass all broke. And I just like had the worst season possible, right? So I was thinking of taking the job because I'm like, okay, I go from 0 to, so it's nice, right? And then right before I made the decision, we're having a training camp to go and hit standards for World University Games down in California. So I was like, you know what? Let me make a decision afterwards because I went there with no hopes. I'm like, I have no idea what's going to happen. I'm still injured. I've been injured for 4 months, so let's just kind of see how this goes. Fast forward, I ended up jumping a personal best, and rather than taking that job, which would have me comfy, just living like Josh, Gucci every day, maybe Louis V's, a belt. I don't wear no belts because I can't afford them yet, but we're getting there.
He
But-
uses duct tape wrapped around his pants. It's
yeah,
pretty
I
sad.
just painter's tape and
Painter's
from the dollar
tape.
store, so it's not really doesn't stick. to
2 pieces of
anything.
pizza and it's like green all over.
Yeah,
the
so I have to go to the bathroom. It's just
Okay, just before you finish your story, just so everyone knows, Johnny B is a semi-professional athlete who does long jump. So that's what he means, his personal best in jumping.
Oh yeah, I didn't.
So-
really
so
explain
go on,
that,
go
'cause
on.
I assume everyone knows what I like.
Go on.
But yeah. So anyways, so when I came back after that happened, because it kind of took me for a loop. I didn't think it was gonna happen, but it did. Right? It was a nice surprise. I said, screw it. I'm gonna chase a dream anyways because I would probably be doing that job 40 years, give or take, and then I would be like, oh, I'd be 65. We're probably even older. Talking to my grandkids, like, I wonder if I could have won for it. Like, I never really gave it a second chance.
So many
So-
people do that. So many people.
Oh, tons.
People like hold on to their glory days in high school, like, oh yeah, I remember when I was in high school and I did that cool touchdown, which is so lame because you can have those moments your whole life if you don't
Exactly.
settle for mediocre, like whatever is
Accomplishments.
deemed the acceptable life.
Yeah.
So as I was gonna say before I interrupted you interrupting me is is
It was just
like
one
I'm pretty broke ass now. I mean I live decently comfortable, but like I have no money to do what I wish I could do.
Mhm.
But I'm like probably more happy than when I worked at this job that I freaking hated, which is what made me go, I'm never doing that again. I'm never gonna work for anyone else who I can't stand working for. And
Powerful.
so I've been self-employed for so long that now I don't want to work for anyone ever. But
No, sorry.
Well,
He's like, here, help
I
me
mean,
out.
clients are different than working for a boss. Because like, if we had a contract and for whatever reason it didn't work out and you didn't like it, I would just give you back your money, or I wouldn't charge you,
Tell me to stuff it and slide
and then I would just leave. If there is clients. We had some clients that we had to leave. We're just like, nah.
Oh, for sure. Absolutely.
It didn't work because they just they didn't have whatever, doesn't matter. But
Yeah, we don't have to put them on blast.
so like
Darnell.
I actually make more money than I used to make, but I'm more broke because I'm spending more money because of a house that
Imagine.
is a full reno project, right? So
Imagine,
This
yeah.
truck costs $5,000 a week to run on gas.
it is pretty expensive.
Where's all your? It doesn't even run on gasoline. He just dumps dollar bills inside.
Yeah,
the gas.
it's like-
Yeah, zirconian fuel. It gets from like Mongolia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Literally, what? Sorry. Literally taking leaps
Oh, literally taking leaps.
and breaking personal records for life. Love it.
Yeah.
That's for
Oh,
Johnny.
appreciate it. Thank you.
You can be the most talented and gifted person in the world, but when push comes to shove, if it doesn't pay the bills, what good is the talent?
Mm.
Well, the talent is worth, I think, more than what you could potentially get paid for it.
Yeah,
because
you can't put
If
a
it
person
bring,
in happiness.
well, it depends on if your talent is what you love to do. Because people are really good at, let's say, building houses or whatever, but that's, to me, it's not fun. I was decently good at building houses, but
Van Gogh had talent. They thought Van Gogh had no talent until after he died.
Oh,
And
wow.
then, but in the meantime, he had a girlfriend that he cut his ear off for, and he gave it to her. As a, not many people would give their ear as a gift. I mean, he had talents.
he's like,
that really did happen. I seen that on
Oh,
Family
yeah.
Guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Family, you get your news from Family Guy?
Yeah,
I must
everybody
have,
kept
because
checking.
Peter Griffin was like, yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, is it looking good?
it's probably just about done.
We were waiting for paint and stuff to dry, drywall mud to dry.
Drywall mud to dry, yeah, just doing a little.
The name implies it already comes out dry, by the way. It's another miss marketing.
I actually don't
opportunity.
know why it's called drywall.
It should be
What
called
do they
wet
call it?
wall
Gyp rock?
for
They
a
used to call it
while.
gyp rock. It's gypsum.
They
which
should
is
call it
actually,
soggy wall. I need a bucket of soggy wall. Okay, we're gonna get you a bucket of soggy wall or almost drywall.
semi-solid wall.
Soon to be drywall.
Imagine that's what it was called.
I still like my Optimus Primer.
That's a tight name. That's a really tight
That's
name.
pretty good. Yeah, it's probably just about. Well, it probably is dry now.
I think it's good now.
Yeah, it was close. Eh?
Yeah.
All right, guys. This conversation went everywhere.
That was
Yeah.
fun.
There was some lying. There was some truth.
Yeah.
It was pretty
We were
fun.
the truth.
Mostly in that order.
Everything that came out of your damn mouth was a damn lie.
Yeah.
Except the Tinder stuff. That's true.
I didn't talk about that at all.
Well, that's why.
He's
I've never
embarrassed.
had Tinder well.
But we had it once. That's why I'm here. So.
All
Oh,
it took.
sorry, I missed the super chat. Let me get that. Orangey. Okay, this person's name is Orangey. Holy
Oh.
shit! Thanks. She didn't even say anything. So her, or it might be a guy. I don't know why I always assume it's a girl, but like their name is Oren, and then I was like, wait, is your name Orange? But
Oh, maybe it is orange.
I asked, and
I
they,
didn't
they
see
said
it.
no. So let's see if you're still here. I wanna see.
Oh,
That is your real name, right, Oren? Is that like your actual name?
Well, they sent you $20 so you can stop scraping cheese off pizza boxes.
Well, because the gypsum is water repellent to a degree.
Oren says
Until you
right
put the
here.
water on it, yeah.
Oren is here. Actual name.
Oren, actual name. Are you? I might have asked this last time. Are you a girl or a guy?
And are you related to
Are you
Ali G?
single and looking? That's what he's trying to figure out.
Wait, didn't the new Borat movie come out today? Speaking of Ali G.
Oh, dude, Borat is so
What's
good.
that?
You haven't seen Borat?
Retired guy. Okay, it's a guy. Okay. If I had to guess what that name was, I guessed female, but obviously I was wrong. 'Cause
He's
Oren,
probably so offended.
I don't know what that's even close to.
But Melissa,
it's-
Melissa has a friend whose name is Malachi, and she's a sheep.
Wow.
But Malachi can also be a guy.
That's
That's
to me.
that's from the Bible.
I would be like, that's a guy's name.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's also the name of the guy from Red Dead
Family.
Redemption. Malachi, I need you to run down and go get some horses before we go and shoot some people. Right? No? Okay.
They're Cajun.
Ah, Oren.
The Cajun.
Oren. You know what? Now that you said Oren, that's a guy's name. That's like close to Owen in a way. And if you named a girl Owen, that would be odd.
I mean, a girl named Malachi is very, very, very strange.
That's odd. Man, dude's named Ashley. That's weird. Apparently that was like
That was common.
that was a guy's name.
Ash from Evil Dead, who had a chainsaw for an arm and killed zombies and stuff. That's like
Oh, he's from Connecticut.
yeah, his name was Ashley.
I went to school with a guy named Ashford. Ashford.
I think I made fun of for that.
No, I didn't.
Ashford? Oh, that's
No.
just lazy then.
He was a
Those
bully.
people do.
For
Oh,
a while.
maybe he did get made fun of. Then you just did some push-ups.
No,
Yeah.
I don't think so. Anyways, Shannon.
Barbara for a guy would be an odd name.
Yeah.
Barbara. Barbara Streisand.
Distant
Person.
peeps from Nova Scotia. Oren is from Nova Scotia.
I love Nova Scotia. They have great geology out there.
Jordan. Yeah, that's a guy's name and a girl's name.
They know how to
Are
rock.
we doing names now?
Geologists know how to rock.
Yeah, we're rock stars. No.
Is that the same guy who said saw? Probably used that too, I bet. Too.
No. That'd be too much. That'd be like
Welcome
too
to
easy.
Geology 101. You guys are all going to be rock stars.
Like air guitar. It's like I bet you had an air girlfriend too.
Or did he do the look around? Have you become whatever a rock joke would be in that
Yeah.
moment? I can't
There's
think.
girls named George,
Seismologist. That's what it'd
George?
be.
like Georgia, but just George for short.
That's just lazy.
Georgie.
My mom is friends with a lady named Bert.
Bert? Like for Bertha?
Hey, Alberta. I mean, Bertha. Fuck, you ready, mate? I just.
Did you just say that? You're gonna demonetize me.
Yeah.
Well, you swore like 10
Yeah.
times in this thing.
I didn't drop an F-bomb.
Oh,
No.
Yeah, that's out of nowhere. It's because the rap music. No, I can't believe all that.
I
Like,
am-
politics.
I am
Yeah,
the
it's
only
tough.
G-rated one on this channel, and I even have my moments. I don't say bad words, but I say really dumb things sometimes.
Yeah, but it's
I say
hilarious.
bad words all the time. I held it in for an hour though. That was great.
And then you
Yeah.
use the bathroom.
Yeah, and it just
Oh
cuts.
man.
That painter's tape let loose.
Don't worry, it's an hour and 21 minutes in.
Okay.
Okay.
I gotta go get something to drink.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Not alcohol.
Oh, hey, thanks, W.D. Hundley. Yeah, we're gonna take off because this is definitely dry, and we just keep getting sucked back in by reading the comments. So,
My sink is covered in plastic. I'm gonna have to get a cup and scoop out of your mud water.
dude, tap water is so disgusting.
I'll just like skim the top of the water off of your drywall. I'm like,
There we go.
Marion was John Wayne's first name.
yeah, it was Marion.
He's like one of the manliest dudes in history, and he's like,
John
"Hello,
Wayne?
my name is Marion."
Yeah, John Wayne is Marion.
Oh yeah,
He's like,
you know
"Wow, never." Can you do a John Wayne impression?
I don't think I can, partner. I don't know.
That's
He's
pretty
like,
close.
I'm John Wayne. Unless I was joking, he's like, I'm Genghis Khan. Like, he was John Wayne in everything. I made this joke before.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, John Wayne does the same John Wayne. It's like when you hire Steve Buscemi to be in a movie. He's going to be slightly creepy and funny. At
Dude,
the same time.
he's a good actor.
I like him.
All right, guys, thank you for hanging out. I appreciate all the super chats and all that jazz. We are definitely dry, and it's like what 9 o'clock.
Yeah, you are dry. And yeah, I'm gonna be late for my date. No, I'm kidding. It's going on right now.
Girls.
All right, guys. See you later. Thanks for hanging out.